Welcome back to Baku. We're on the edge of the Caspian Sea in a bustling, vibrant capital, which once again plays host to the spectacle of Formula 2. In the commentary box for the big race today, I'm Alex Jakes, and joining me once again, it's the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. Davide, what should we be looking out for in today's race?
These drivers, Alex, they all want to prove themselves and push hard to get into Formula 1. That is the dream. But first, they have to win here. Nobody has the better car. Nobody has the advantage. It's all about the driver's skill. So they will be fighting hard every corner and sometimes maybe pushing their tires too far, which could maybe make the race more exciting later on.
Well, here we are then, back on the grid for Baku Sprint Race number 2. Hello everyone. Of course, if you did miss out yesterday's video, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. But today, yeah, back on the city streets here. Fingers crossed we can keep it clean and tidy. Life moves pretty fast, as Oscar Piastri, of course. Yesterday, we started right from the very rear of the field. Today, we find ourselves on pole position. Second time ever on F1 2021 I've had a pole. The only other one came when we did that little F2 showcase sort of feature when these cars first launched. Can we win our first race of the year? We've been mighty consistent so far. We've had a couple of podiums to our name, but have yet to take a win this season, of course. Yuri Vips took home the W yesterday, starting from P2, so we're going to be hoping Larim Zendeli can't do the same in this one. But 5 red lights here in Baku, and it's going to be lights out, and away we go there. Larim Zendeli gets off to an even worse start than myself as we head in towards turn 1 there. But look at that, Lawson having a look up the inside there as we just didn't get the braking performance down in towards turn 1. And looks like the high-tech driver is going to slot back in there, so we've been rather lucky actually that all the cars around us didn't seem to get off to a particularly great start either there. Larim Zendeli down into P3 now, battling with his teammate Richard Verschoor there. Of course, MP Motorsport looking very strong in the Constructors' Championship, but desperately trying to build up heat in the rear tyres off the start of this race. So critical that you don't make any mistakes there. You know, you don't light up the rears, you don't lock up the fronts under braking either. Just trying to keep it clean and smooth there as we head. Oh, look at the understeer through in towards turn 6 there. Going to try and weave around just to generate a bit of heat in the fronts there. That is just the nature of how difficult it is to do in these cars. There's all Lawson fancied his chances there down in towards turn 7. Nice and easy through the castle section on lap 1. They're actually nudging the wall through the second part of the corner. But we do get away with that one by the looks of it. And yeah, looks like it is still going to be clean front wing there as we head over the bump on lap 1. Liam Lawson still all over the back of us though as we head down the hill. Of course, he is certainly a street circuit specialist was the word I was looking for, as he's certainly going to hound us throughout a lot of this race today. He knows there is a big chance at an F2 championship come the end of the season there. But where is Enzo Fittipaldi at the end of lap 1? That is another big question. There is a big wobble through the final couple of corners there. Is Lawson going to be able to challenge us back down in towards someone there? The high-tech driver is gaining on me. Could high-tech make it 2 from 2 here in Baku? Lawson's certainly going to try and give it his best shot as we head back down in towards turn 1. There is still a drag race between us. Braking at the 150 metre board there, and Lawson up the inside he goes. We've got nothing in the tyres still. No idea why we're struggling so much to build up heat in them. As Lawson again up the inside. Is he going to be able to pull off the move there in his Rodin-sponsored car? Looks like Lawson has got the power down on the exit of the corner there. We're going to force him to go defensive in towards the next corner. We actually get back up the inside. Not much room to manoeuvre. There was contact with Liam Lawson there. Larim Zendeli, I think, had made it 3 wide there. We pick up a little bit of front wing damage, and we weren't really trying to keep the nose up the inside there. Both MP Motorsport cars trying to capitalise off that contact between myself and Lawson. We'll have to wait and see how much the front wing damage costs us. Doesn't seem like it's affecting performance too badly. But that was not the start we ended up needing then. First to third early on here, but certainly, yeah, still within attacking range of the top 2. Right, in towards the final chicane once more there. Let's wait and see how bad the front wing damage really is. It's the ultimate test around the lap. A little bit of a blend there, but I think that's as much the dirty air as anything else. So I think we have got away with that little front wing damage that knock we had with Liam Lawson. We're getting a good run back on the rim Zendelli as we head back down towards the start-finish line. Don't think we're going to be close enough this time round, as Lawson, of course, yeah, sets fastest lap of the day. Almost into the back of Zendelli, though, in towards turn 1. They had to concentrate for just a moment, making sure we didn't snag the brakes. But yeah, now, we actually do get the DRS now, of course, I forgot, in towards turn 3. But up one gear too many on the exit means we're not going to really get power down and we're going to be too far back to do anything. When we do get it hooked up around here, we have certainly got a lot of pace, but of course the AI just so uber consistent on F1 2021 in most situations there. When they do make a mistake, a Baku, it tends to be quite a big one, it must be said, but I think, you know, the likes of Zendelli and Lawson pretty confident in their abilities here. So down the hill we go, almost snagging the brakes there again. It's so worrying when you do it into there, because you don't want to commit to the runoff area, because it's just going to lose you basically every position in this race. But on the other hand, if you wallop that outside wall, it is normally the entirety of the front wing, and if it's real life, a wheel as well, as we head through the final corner. That was mighty close to the inside wall there. We got very lucky that we didn't nudge the wall that time round. But again, all over the back of Larim Zendelli here. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Hopefully we're going to be all over the back of Lawson in just a moment. But Zendelli, nothing he can do to defend from it. We set fastest lap of the day as well. Make sure we get it slowed down in towards someone there. A bit of a bog down on the exit. There's all Zendelli. I think tried to look for it. He's going to continue to try and look for it. What a send from Larim Zendelli there. And that was proper F2 at its absolute most brutal there. Zendelli having nothing to say about that one. We could not do anything there. But we are going to be able to get a run again on him in towards the next corner. And unfortunately, we're not going to quite do the same. Zendelli takes P2. I've got to try and rejoin the road there as Tictum runs into the side of me. Looks like we hold on to the position for now. But have we given our second card of the weekend damage? I think we might have. And that one, I think I can more than admit, was probably my doing. Because, yeah, we were trying to rejoin the circuit, losing as little time as we can. But we're back down to P9, and now we've got a mountain to climb again. About to cross over the halfway stage, though, in sprint race number 2, and we are closing back in to Alessio Deleda there, but again, just making a little bit of a mistake through the final proper corner of the lap there, heading through the chicane. Are we going to be able to get within the 1 second mark of the HWA just in front of us? I don't think we are this time round. And no, we're not going to get the DRS then on Alessio Deleda, but green in Sector 1, purple in Sector 2. We are finding time as this race goes on there. And is this going to be a 52? No, not quite. A 53.0.
Fastest lap of the race.
But we have definitely built up some confidence now in the car this weekend. And hopefully now we can try and attack towards the front there as well. We've got yellow flags. I think it's Jan Daruvula who's going slowly here. So Carlin having another terrible day of it. Yet to score points this year. And Jan Daruvula out of sprint race number 2. That is a heartbreaking way to end yet another disappointing day for Jayan after, of course, the contact with us yesterday. And yeah, poor Jan Daruvula and Carlin have got to be asking themselves a lot of questions at the moment. I am absolutely taking no prisoners in the second half of this race. If we get a run on anyone, we are going to go for it. Here is again, big snap of oversteer through the final corner as we rattle it over the curbing. Are we going to be able to get close enough to Alessio Deleda, though? Again, because of that small mistake on the way in, meant we can be super confident through the chicane there. And this time around, we'll definitely get the DRS. Are we going to be within range, though, as we get back down towards turn 1 there? What is the top end speed of that HWA looking like? We're not really gaining anything at all on him as we head back down towards turn 1.
Keep this up.
Another new fast lap of the day there, but we get a bit distracted by it. And just letting mistakes start to creep in here is not helping us one bit. I might well be the first person ever to say this, but I genuinely cannot close up to Alessio Deleda here. I don't know whether Mahavir Raghunathan has ever raced him before, but the just DRS train of the cars in front, we just can't seem to make an impact here late on in the day. I think we've definitely taken a bit too much out of the rubber as well. You can see how much we're fighting with the rear end there. I think desperation just starting to set in more and more as the laps tick by.
Condition for now. Everything's looking good.
Team telling me we don't need to worry about the tyres, but I certainly am. Yeah, we just can't get close to the Italian here. And of course, he's in the final points paying position of the day. Of course, we can't even rely on reverse grid or anything like that, because of course for the feature, we're going to be starting right back at the rear again. So we're going to have to really try and pull our finger out in that one, but we just can't get to Alessio Deleda here. Every time we get sort of 1.1, we then make a small mistake there, and he puts the power down and immediately opens it back up to 1.5 seconds. What's wrong with me? Right, we've really had to dig deep over the course of this lap, focusing on not making any errors absolutely anywhere here to try and get within the 1 second mark of Deleda again. You can see we've gone purple through Sector 1 once more, and I'm not worried about trying to close up this time, but we just need to keep the gap down, so at least by the end of lap 10 we might be able to do something here. There are so many cars just in front of us. There is still the potential for crazy things to happen in the dying stages of this second sprint race here. Back down through turn 1.
9.9 seconds.
Schwartzman really falling back over the course of this race as well. It's certainly, unless something crazy happens, going to be no points once more for our teammate Robert Schwartzman here. But as we try and put the power down out of turn 2, you can just see gap opens up slightly to the later up the road, and we are definitely going to have to try and slingshot ourselves down out of the final couple of corners. It really is just the front straightaway or the castle section we tend to gain a lot of time on the other runners at the moment there. As you can see, yeah, we're really risking it all at the moment. Don't really gain anything by not at this point, so we've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. We're just over a lap to go then, here from the second and final sprint race of the weekend. Of course, the feature race tomorrow, or we'll be starting right back at the rear once more, but try and keep it tidy as we head down the hill. Are we going to be close enough to Alessio Deleda this time round to get a run? Trying to actually get the car down into second gear through that final proper corner there to make sure we get the front end rotated through. But one more lap to go then, here from Baku, and are we immediately going to be able to get the run on Deleda? Super brave, completely pinned through the final couple of corners here, and looks like we are going to be able to look past Alessio as we do a drag race back down the start-finish straight here, and clean around the outside of the HWA we go. Back into 8th place then of this race, another fastest lap of the day, really late on there, super late once more on the brakes, almost getting in towards the back of Bent Viscal here, but now I'm starting to feel it once more with the car. It has still got a little bit of grip left in it, especially if I actually get the car down into the correct gears here, but we could still maybe look for a move on Bent Viscal right at the end of this race there. We could be in for another drag race, but again, I've got to not do what I always seem to find myself doing at Baku, and that is, of course, making that small mistake, bottling it, nudging a wall, getting ourselves a little bit front wing damage, even, I should say, in the final lap here. I've done it at least on, I think, 3 occasions before in Formula 1 career mode here. Never done it in an F2 career mode, however, I don't think. Or at least I hope not anyway. Apart from the race we did yesterday. I think that is the only one so far. But all over the back, though, of the trident of Bent Viscal here. Sorry, not Emerson. I'd be amazed if he was racing in Formula 2. Enzo Fittipaldi, sorry, I should say. Just in front of him as well. The sort of back-end tyres are definitely going now. Right towards the end of this GP here. We need to be within half a second, I reckon, in towards the final couple of corners of this race if we want any chance of getting a run on Bent Viscal. Super late on the brakes there. Chuck it in. Hope the car grips up on the exit of the corner. They're actually using the wall ever so slightly just to straighten us out. But through the final couple of corners here from F2 Sprint Race 2 there, at 3/4 of a second back. I'm not convinced this is going to be close enough unless Bent Viscal gets a horrible run out of the final corner. We're gaining in on the Trident, but he's going to have the DRS on all the cars in front of him as well. Up towards the start-finish line, it's going to be Liam Lawson and High-Tech make it 2 from 2, but we come through from pole position to only 1 point.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for High-Tech GP today. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
I think they kept a cool head. That's why they won today. Smooth, steady, everything bad that happened to them, they handled it calmly and professionally. That's what let them focus on getting the best out of everything else. The car, the strategy, they managed to keep out of trouble the whole way around.
And as they make their way down to the podium, there's no denying the strength of the High-Tech GP team. It was an incredible performance today, and they fully deserve to stand on the top step. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table, and here's how things are shaping up in the Teams' Championship. We saw a dip in form from the championship leaders today. Their lead has taken a significant blow. There was also a strong showing from the MP Motorsport team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment when Formula 2 returns.
So far this weekend, pole position has been a curse for both myself and, of course, Marina Sato in race 1 there. But Liam Lawson from 3rd on the grid takes home sprint race number 2 there, his 3rd race victory of the campaign. Larim Zendeli, he now lives rent-free in my head, fun fact for all of you guys as well, after that move in P2 there. Both MP Motorsport cars getting on the podium there means they make a big jump in the Constructors' Championship there. David Beckman, always quiet, but always really strong so far this year ahead of Teo Porcher. Enzo Fittipaldi, Bent Viscal, and myself there. Fastest that bonus points did certainly come in clutch to give us 3 points there at the end of the day there, just beating out Alessio Deleda and Yuri Vips there. You can see Schwartzman again down in 11th place there, and yeah, Carlin's last, and DNF when all is said and done, not the race they would have wanted there. Does mean championship-wise, Lawson now reclaims the lead, 9 points ahead of Enzo Fittipaldi there. 35 points back is myself there, with, yeah, Richard Verschoor now right behind us as well there. It looks like we're locked into battle with the MP Motorsport cars there. Yuri Vips still up in 7th, ahead of, you can see, Deleda there. 1 point separates the 3 cars of him, Yuri Vips and Teo Porcher. Bent Viscal jumps my teammate Robert Schwartzman, who's now down to P13 of the championship, as it's still just Aiken, both Carlins, Campos of Boschung and Roy Nassani that are yet to score here. Teams-wise, MP jump Charouz once more. 8 points between the top 2 now, 23 separating our top 3 teams at the moment. And yeah, like I said, we need to be trying to fight with them right towards the front there. But thank you all so much for watching this video once again. If you guys have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow ready for the final race of the weekend, starting from the back once more. Can we try and score more points? Only time will tell. As always, a massive thank you to all of our channel members for helping continue supporting the channel and making all of these videos possible. You can join them by just clicking the join button down below. So a massive thank you to The Travesty, Patrick, Chwan, David, Ben, Aiden, Estasios, Cato, Sean, McBlam, Mighty Spork, William, Nanon, Ryan, and Pro Dark Shin for becoming members of the channel.